Yo, what is up guys? This is Troy D from the Troy D 24/7 Mall channel, your source for on-point and no-hype reviews. We are back yet again, everybody. We're back with another fragrance review today, finally, on my day off yet again, guys. And this one right here that I'm about to talk about, this is a very hyped fragrance, and I know that there are a lot of y'all that are waiting. You want to find out what my no hype opinions are on this fragrance. I think I saw a comment a few days ago about somebody saying it's in the cart. I'm not gonna check out until you tell me so. So, I mean, definitely that is very interesting. Thank you so much for trusting my nose. We're gonna get into the bottom of this fragrance today. Now, before I continue, please do not forget to like and subscribe, guys. Liking, subscribing, and watching the ads is a great big deal to the channel, guys. We are headed towards 16,000. We're 700 away, guys. So if you haven't done so, guys, we have over 600 videos, all no hype reviews on anything. The niche, the most expensive niche, the cheapest stuff, the clones, the comparisons. Please do not forget to like and subscribe and support the channel as we move on to 16K. And the fragrance that we will be talking about today is none other than Sospiro's Vibrato. Yes, Vibrato by Sospiro. This fragrance right here, pretty hyped right now, pretty popular right now. It's gaining a lot of fanfare, guys. Now, this fragrance right here, I found out about it maybe a month ago. When I was vacationing in Palm Springs, Travis Gearhart was like, dude, I'm gonna get a bottle of this. I heard about the hype and I'm gonna send you a sample. And by the time that I got the sample of Vibrato, you know, the pandemonium was already crazy. I found out that it was sold out. A lot of people are really clamoring for a full bottle of this fragrance right here. So I'm excited to give you guys my no hype thoughts on Vibrato. Let's get it. Now, it would be impossible to review Vibrato in a no hype manner, an honest no hype manner, without bringing up Bulgari Tigar. Wouldn't you agree, guys? Okay, it would be impossible to do that. The Tigar formula, the Bulgari Tigar formula, is definitely right here in this fragrance. And I do consider this fragrance to be a Bulgari Tigar enhancement. Okay, so we've seen this done before in Boudicca the Victorious, and Boudicca actually at this point, we don't know if they're still making original fragrances. I think that that's already their, you know, their rep at this point. They make enhancements to these groundbreaking formulas such as the Tigar formula. As you guys know, they did Tiger for Tigar, and then they also did like Hanuman for Baldy of Freak. And so this whole thing about enhancements, guys, I think it's a thing nowadays. To be honest, it's kind of bittersweet because, you know, it's cool that we're getting enhancements. We're getting the groundbreaking formulas with some little, you know, angular changes, you know, to give it a different look, a different scent profile in a way. But it's also, like I said, it's kind of bittersweet because at the same time, we don't know when, if and when, we are gonna get another groundbreaking new formula, okay? And all these fragrances coming out of fragcomm, I think there's like 40 new fragrances every other week in Fragrantica. We don't know if these are simply enhancements to existing formulas. So it's kind of bittersweet. But at the same time, like I said, I think that it's also good because it gives us a different take to the original formula. And depending on the marketing machine, it'll get to people that have probably never tried Bulgari Tigar. And in my opinion, that is actually what's going on. Sospiro is a Sergio Momo owned brand. So it's a sister company to Serjoff, and as you guys know, they kind of share some fragrances as well. Some, you know, go to Serjoff. But the difference to me, plain and simple, is that Serjoff has a much more established rep and has a stronger marketing machine within the fragrance community and beyond. It's much more mainstream popular than Sospiro. And Sospiro is really, it's known, but at the same time, it's just not as big in terms of the marketing. And so it really didn't surprise me that they had to go with Demi Rawling, somebody that can actually influence a lot of people when it comes to the fragrance community, that they went with her and possibly even other paid fragrance reviewers that are a lot bigger to push this marketing for this series out. And these fragrances are not cheap. They are on the $300 range, guys. So you'll need a lot of really good marketing to push a brand that's not necessarily as popular as its sister company. So that totally makes sense. Okay guys, enough of that. Let's go try the perfume and let's review this no hype. Let's go spray this thing right now. Oh. Okay guys, now let's review Sospiro Vibrato. Let's get into the scent development, guys. If you guys are excited, I am too. This fragrance opens up with the Tigar formula. Okay, that is the core, I would say, of this fragrance. Like I said, I've referred to this as an enhancement to the Bulgari Tigar formula. This one has your grapefruit and your ginger combination. The ginger is listed as a mid note, but the ginger does come out immediately on the opening to match that grapefruit to give you similar feels as Bulgari Tigar. So again, that formula is just winning. It's award winning. And the thing about the Bulgari Tigar formula, guys, to me, okay, every time I've worn Tigar or Black Panther, yes, Black Panther, I'm gonna bring that up too, and this one, okay, they are just unstoppable in terms of the positive reactions, the compliments from people, the looks that you get, the breaknecks. I think that this formula is truly award winning. If I could give an Oscar award in fragrances, the Tigar formula would get one, because it has you've got that citrus, that glistening citrus, but then you have that thing that will make you notice, which is the grapefruit. You have a little bit of that bitter grapefruit mixed in with some citrus. And then you have this warming, spicy zing of ginger. Very, very simple formula, but again, in terms of positive reactions, I get them a lot, 100% everywhere I go. So this is what you get in the beginning. Now let's talk about the enhancements to that Tigar formula. So there is an additional citrus right here, which is bergamot, and you are gonna get the floral notes of jasmine and magnolia as well. So that is pretty interesting, guys, okay? Bergamot, as you guys know, one of my favorite intro notes in any perfume, denotes classiness. It denotes classiness right there. That's the difference between bergamot and other lemon citrus notes right there. And then it is flanked by your magnolia, which is a white floral that has a lemony tinge, something that really matches this intro, and then a light jasmine note, Now here's what I'm gonna say. The floral notes right here are not background notes. They are not background notes, guys, okay? And I've heard and I've seen a lot of feedback from a lot of people saying, hey, you know what, this smells femme. I will say this, that these florals are not background notes, but because of the florals coming in, the jasmine and the magnolia, which by the way match the citrus Bulgari Tigar formula, these florals do two things. Number one, these florals put this fragrance a lot more into unisex territory. And I'm talking about women can enjoy this more than they can enjoy Bulgari Tigar. That is my opinion. To me, Bulgari Tigar, although, yeah, sure, it's unisex lovable, I think it's a very masculine, on-the-go type of fragrance, a casual, masculine, on-the-go fragrance. And this one right here makes the Tigar formula a lot more enjoyable for women thanks to that lemony floral magnolia formula with a little bit of jasmine. So I will say that. Number two, these florals plus the bergamot, which like I've told you guys, give this fragrance a classy edge. Pull this fragrance into classy, rich smelling territory, which the original Bulgari Tigar does not. Okay, to me, like I said, Bulgari Tigar and Alexandria Black Panther, these are very casual, fashion forward type scents that you really can use as a grabber anytime and anywhere. But with the inclusion of that bergamot and those florals, which are not background florals, it does smell richer. Okay, you will smell rich and classy, and this takes the application of that Bulgari Tigar formula now into semi-formal or formal territory. Now, I'm gonna say this straight up, the Bulgari Tigar formula in this fragrance lasts a total of 7 hours, guys. Okay, 7 hours of the original Bulgari Tigar formula plus enhancements. And so you will get to enjoy this formula for a minute. You know what I mean? It's gonna be like a full 7 hours of enjoying this formula. It's also why a lot of people are saying, you know, if you own Tigar, you might not need this fragrance because you're pretty much enjoying that formula for almost the same amount of time. But let me say this, guys, that things diverge in the 4th hour, okay? Things diverge in the 4th hour. Unlike Bulgari Tigar, which has a strong ginger component and the early appearance of ambroxan, here in this fragrance Vibrato, this is where it diverges. Somewhere in the mid, you are gonna get these green herbal notes as well as background, yes, I said background powdery notes, guys, okay? So as the ginger gets stronger and more pronounced, spicier, warming, like I said, on the 4th hour, guys, you are gonna get these green herbal notes. Now, the green notes right here, guys, in my opinion, they're kind of leafy. You know, they're kind of leafy. It's a very photorealistic green smell that, you know, I hope you guys are not thinking about like herbal as in herbs and spices. It's kind of like a leafy, almost, I wouldn't say it's like grassy, but maybe it's a little bit leaning towards grassy, but it's more like a leafy green note that goes alongside the ginger. And I guess that's why the bottle of this fragrance is green, because this is a prominent part of the mid of Vibrato. And that's a big change compared to the original Bulgari Tigar formula. So you'll still be getting that ginger, but now you've got this green leafy note that I think is more towards masculine. It's more towards masculine. I think that for anybody that wants to also wear kind of like a work scent as well, something that's leaning towards business dealings, work scent, anything like that, this green part will, you know, be very prominent right here in the mid. It's very masculine to me. Now, the thing is though, is that you will still get these powdery notes. Although you're getting that greenness and the ginger, there's still gonna be these background like sweet powdery notes that, in my opinion, like really continue the unisex trend. And I believe that this was the plan all along, that this was Sospiro's plan, Sergio Momo's plan all along, was to take a Bulgari Tigar formula, the winning formula, and make it unisex, make it loved by both guys and gals, okay, and everybody in between, guys, okay? So I think that's the plan, and that is basically what they do. That's what these powdery notes do. It makes this fragrance lean unisex. So as you are enjoying that lovely ginger, again, you've got that Bulgari Tigar formula all the way up to 7 hours, guys, plus that green herbal leafy note, almost grassy note right there. You are gonna get these powdery notes that, yes, they do lean femme in a way. And I guess this is where the divergence of opinions happen, because this is where a lot of people are saying, hey, I'm smelling a very, very feminine fragrance. That is what a lot of people are saying. I don't doubt it, because these powdery notes are also here as well. But to me, still leaning unisex, I wouldn't mind these powdery notes, but definitely I can see where the divergence happens in opinions. Definitely the powdery notes that kind of smell like, I don't know, like makeup, kind of like sweet makeup powder. I feel like this is where a lot of people, a lot of guys are like, well, this is kind of unisex right here. It's not like my usual Tigar that goes into ambroxan. Definitely not. But again, the highlight for me is the green side, the more workman-like, office-like green side of this fragrance. Now, remember what I said about the Tigar formula lasting up to 7 hours? The fragrance actually goes way past that. However, past 7 hours is when the ginger finally backs off. And what you get in the dry down is basically sweet powdery musk and woods. That's basically what you're gonna get on the dry down. This is when it really, really turns possibly femme or a lot more unisex than expected, guys, because this is where musk and orris pops out with some woody notes, some clean woody notes. And yes, there is amber, but I think that the amber is just a slight sweetener. So I would say it's like sweet, powdery musk and woods in the background, possibly leaning femme on the dry down, guys. And this dry down right here, guys, lasts up to 10 to 11 hours. Okay, 10 to 11 hours. So from hour 7 to hour 11 is when you are going to get that sweet, powdery musk and woods dry down. No more Tigar past 7. No more Tigar. It's an entirely different thing. And again, possibly unisex. And you can see that transition as they inserted the powdery notes in the mid of vibrato. And you can see that it's a continuance note into the orris, into the powdery musk, into the clean wood. So I think in the end, that was the master plan all along, to take the award-winning killer Tigar formula, mesmerize the audience, make them fall in love with it, especially those that have never tried Tigar or Black Panther, and then give it a very, very unisex spin. Something that women will enjoy as well. There's enough notes right here and transitions for women to enjoy, to make this fragrance completely unisex. And I think they've totally achieved that. And of course, they got Demi as the spokesperson for this fragrance. So yeah, this is a win for Sospiro right here. Now, if you ask me, do I like this fragrance? Absolutely. Absolutely, I do like this fragrance right here. Not only is it the Bulgari Tigar formula, but it is an enhancement to that. And those enhancements, in my opinion, are pretty legit. And I'm going to point out yet again that I love the green part in the mid of this formula right here, because again, it gives me that wearability in the office. It gives me that wearability at work and in business engagements, you know, where it's not totally casual. I feel like the Bulgari Tigar formula is a very casual formula. And I also like the rich enhancements in the beginning. The additional florals and that bergamot that I love gives this a very rich spin that you can wear this into semi-formal to formal engagements and use that same award-winning formula to knock their socks off. Okay, so I mean, for this review, I would say I love the enhancements. I like this formula right here, and I like that this is a fragrance that women can enjoy at the same time. Now, performance-wise, this fragrance is a strong lingering scent, and that strong lingering scent to me kind of goes down at hour 9. So you will get a beautiful coverage of that nice lingering scent for, you know, 8 to 9 hours. And then it becomes sort of like a lingering skin scent past that with that powdery musk. It's kind of like a draw-in after that, guys. So it's very decent performance. It doesn't last like 24 to 48 hours like other people are saying. I don't know if that's hype, but for me, it's about 9 hours of a beautiful lingering scent from this fragrance. This fragrance obviously is a spring summer fragrance, but it can be worn anytime, anywhere. Anytime, anywhere, guys, especially with that warming ginger. If you're in California where I'm at right now and it's raining right here and it's pretty cold, it can still be definitely wearable, especially on AC environments, indoor environments. You're definitely gonna win with this. But again, the twist is this can go all the way up to semi-formal to formal, rich, classy, expensive smelling. This does what, in my opinion, Tigar can't do. And real quickly before I go, let me answer some questions that a lot of y'all have been asking about this fragrance. Number one, if I already own Bulgari Tigar or Black Panther, do I really need to own Vibrato? Okay, in my opinion, this fragrance can be owned as well. Okay, if you love the formula that much, then it wouldn't hurt owning the same formula with some beautiful enhancements that I just mentioned. Okay, so you can definitely own both Bulgari Tigar as well as Sospiro Vibrato. Now let's bring up Black Panther. What about Black Panther? Well, obviously Black Panther is a lot cheaper. This is $300. But again, Black Panther is more on the Bulgari Tigar side. It's definitely stronger in projection and longevity than this one. So if the budget is really right there at $40, then get Black Panther. But again, if you're willing to spend $300 for Vibrato, I think that you won't get disappointed at all. All right, so that is it. That is my no hype review on Sospiro Vibrato, guys. Hopefully you guys and gals enjoyed it. I want to know in the comments what y'all think. I know a lot of y'all already voiced out your opinions on the community board, but please do not forget to comment below if you have opinions about this fragrance. Did your opinion match mine? Yes or no, it doesn't matter, guys, okay? But please share your thoughts on Vibrato, guys, okay? That is it. And again, please do not forget to like and subscribe. We're headed to 16,000. Thank you very much for trusting my nice nose right here, guys, okay? So I'll see you guys on the next video. God bless, take care, peace.